I will post this in a little bit. Thank you for joining me here live tonight. I'm so excited about Disney, and the fact that this is now a trip for 4 people just blows me away, and that we can have a free vacation for our families. I'm kind of dying to know what Stacy's giggling at over there. All right, so before we get to Disney, I kind of have a couple of topics really quick. I had some situations kind of present themselves to me today, and I thought it would be a really great way to share with you guys as a learning opportunity. I had a party qualify, and so I reached out to the past host who had placed an order already on the party, and it made me think about how you guys reach out to your past hosts when it comes time for future party picks, and what do you say to them? Do you offer to mark something already in their cart half price? Or do you say, hi, Stacy, I wanted to let you know that Michelle's party just qualified and you are now eligible for something else from your wish list, 50% off. What would you like? And when I started saying it that way, people were adding to their orders instead of just cutting something in half and losing sales in the party. So that was something that I really wanted to reiterate with you guys. And by adding something to her order, she was only $6 away from the free gift. So by mentioning that, you know, first she said, well, what's around the $6 level? Aren't there some spices? And so I probably could have milked it a little bit more, but what I basically said to her was I was able to add the raspberry habanero sauce, which is a $13 item instead of a $6 item. And so my dog is outside scratching at the door. I apologize. Hang on just 1 second. Come on. Sorry about that. So I wanted to just kind of bring those couple of tips up to you about, you know, watch your wording, try to get them up to that free gift, especially this month because those beautiful teak spoons are so attractive. And just mention cross-selling really quick because, you know, if they have a small-ish order, sometimes if you make a suggestion to them, it can open up the possibilities. Like, for example, if somebody buys a quick slice, you might want to say, how are your cutting boards doing? Are they still in good shape? Are you in need of any flexible cutting mats? And things like that. And, you know, that kind of makes them think, oh, maybe I should replace that thing in my kitchen that's, you know, 100 years old and falling apart at the seams. So if you need cross-selling tips, if you go into each individual product, like let's say they bought a food chopper, and if you click on selling tips, they've listed cross-sell items right there for you. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So I just wanted to mention that. And this is one, December and January are a couple of my favorite months of the year because it is free for all time. We're going to get to earn free spring products. I can't believe the word spring just came out of my mouth considering we've been having snow all day long. But this month, there's 3 different levels, and if you've never been involved with the free-for-all before, this is how it works. It's all based on commissionable sales. So be very careful when you're especially really close to one particular level that you're not counting host orders or personal orders and stuff like that, okay? So there is the $750 level 1, and you're gonna get $50 worth of stuff. Move on to level 2, so you'll get level 1 and level 2. Hi, Meredith. Drive safe going home. Somebody's just getting off work. And the level 2 is at $1,500, which obviously means that you're in the Comma Club and you're going to have a great paycheck for that month. But then you're going to jump to $167 worth of stuff, which is amazing. And then level 3 is at $3,000, which again is another amazing paycheck, but $333 worth of stuff. Here's what it took. It took me a long time to remember this. December's products are different from January's products. For some reason, I thought, you know, once I'm done in December, whoo, I can kick back and enjoy January. No, it's all new stuff. So keep going, and you're going to end up with over $600 worth of stuff in your kitchens. Okay, so that's how the free-for-all stuff works. If you're not sure, feel free to message me. And then in teeny tiny letters on the new recruiting brochure, did you catch the fact that your new recruits get an extra 30 days? That is huge. That is huge. So if you've got somebody wanting to start, and I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys, right now, well, today, if they were to join, sure, it would be okay to get started because they could still have a couple of really good weeks before things kind of shut down for Christmas. The very best time to join is between Christmas and New Year's, because then they get January, February to earn the new microwave products. They get March and April. They get 120 days. 120 or just the extra, wait. See, I should know what I'm talking about. They get an extra 30 days. Yeah, 120, that's math. And so lots of time to earn some more PC dollars. So really try to think about who's on your fence. Try to encourage them, bring them in with the Disney temptation, which is all really, really tempted right now. Any questions about any of that stuff? Cool, moving on. All right, so hopefully, and it looks like only about 5 people had time to watch the video. I did post, it's an 11-minute video on by Gene and the new guy, which is just so cute to watch. What is his name? Jesse and Gene are showing, giving us all this new Disney information. I posted the video in Better Together. You've got to check it out. And they're going to go through all the details. I didn't want to take 11 minutes out of our team meeting and show it and play it with you right now. I was going to let you do that on your own. But let's go over just a few of the details, because more than anything, I want to help you form a plan to earn this trip, okay? And tomorrow, you're going to get an email, and you're going to see a new drop-down. I'm going to try to find it. In Consultants Corner, if you go to Promotions and Recognition, you're going to see a new little tab right there that says Magic in the Making 2019. So that will be your go-to place to find all of the Disney information, and they've got a great frequently asked questions flyer that's like, you can see all my notes, that's got like 6 pages worth of Q&A, frequently asked questions kind of thing. But what is really great, you're going to see this little chart. I know everything's backwards, so you're going to be able to look at all this tomorrow. And it's got the details of the trip. There's 3 different levels. I'm going to go over that in a second. But better, it's got this great tracking chart. Look at that, with all the stars. Isn't that adorable? And so as you reach a different level, you can fill in these stars to track your way to your trip. And I was trying to find a trip tracker that I had made, and I couldn't find it, so I'm going to have to make it from scratch, which means it's going to take me a little longer than I thought. But we're going to break it down even by month to try to help you earn this trip. All right, so let's get into the details really quick. There's 3 different levels. So level 1, it's a trip for 4 for 3 nights at the Disney Coronado Springs Resort, which is going to be newly renovated. It's under construction right now, and it's going to be open for the first time this summer. So next summer it's only going to be 1 year old. Amazing. You will get a $500 travel allowance. That will help go towards any airfare, transportation that you might need, things like that. So luckily, you know somebody in the travel business, and I can help you try to find really good fares. I like you too much to give you buddy passes, because that's just a horrible way to travel. You're going to want a confirmed ticket. But I will absolutely help you with trying to find your best deal on flights. You will also get 3 days of park hopper tickets, which, as you know, in Disney speak, is worth a small fortune. And then they always do a Pampered Chef exclusive event. And I believe Jean mentions it in the video. And it's going to be really awesome. When they did this for us in San Diego at the Hotel Del, it was just first class all the way. It was so neat, okay? So to earn level 1, it is 56,000 points for a consultant, or 52,000 points as a director or above. And I'm going to get back into that for just a second in a minute. I want to tell you about level 2. By the way, this trip is happening in June, the 12th through the 15th of 2020. So it's 3 days. Hopefully the kids are out of school by then. I think mine are. So level 2, it's basically everything that I mentioned in the level 1, except you get your airfare and transfers. So you definitely want to try to go for the level 2, because listen to this, it's amazing. Okay, so basically what happens when it comes time for the trip, they send you this email and they tell you that the travel agent will be contacting you. They will fly you from whatever airport. So I've got to go out of Aspen, which, if you know anything about Aspen, it's just ×3 on the price. They're going to book your travel. They're going to have a transportation waiting for you at the airport. They will take care of your luggage. You will go to the resort and, you know, champagne in hand, ready to go. Your luggage will be delivered. You're not going to have to lift a finger. It is like way pampering all the way. It's awesome. So that's worth it right there. But in addition to getting the airfare and the transfers, you're also going to get a $225 Disney dining card. And you can use that at any number of the resorts that they have there. So that should help take care of at least breakfast. So that is the amazing thing with the level 2 trip. So level 2 for consultants, it's 85,000 points. And I know right now you're probably thinking, oh, well, no, never mind. I'm not going to be able to do it. Yes, you are. Hang in there. I'm going to tell you how to do it. Okay. And then for directors, it's 80,000 points. All right. Then there's one more level. They're calling it the level 2 elite, and it is an extra night. And if, again, Disney prices, an extra night, that's totally worth it. 4 nights at the Coronado Springs Resort, airfare transfers, or if you want to, you could take the $500 in travel allowance, 4 days of the park hopper tickets, and you'll get more money in the Disney dining card. You'll get $325 to help with that extra day. Level 2 elite is 150,000 points. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you definitely have to go into all of this with a plan, okay? Because if you start in January thinking, yeah, it might be nice to go to Disney, I'll think about it, you're already going to be behind and you're going to be all stressed out. So I want to help you form a plan to make this happen, okay? Just a couple of little other things. I really suggest reading through this many-page chart. Let's see if I can figure out what it's called so I can help you, direct you to it. Whenever you finally get that tab in Consultants Corners, all of these printouts that I keep holding up, they're going to be under the resources section. It's a little gray box that you're going to see. Okay. There's 4 different ways to earn. Every dollar of sales translates into 1 point, okay? Unfortunately, personal orders like catalogs and stuff like that, or samples, those don't count. These need to be party orders, okay? So $1 equals 1 point. If you grab a new team member and that team member qualifies, which as we know is 1,250 in sales, that is 3,000 points. Cha-ching. That is going to be your ticket to being able to earn this, is adding team members. The third way is earning 6,000 points with a director. And thank you, Meredith and Stacy. You made Hawaii a little bit easier for me, so I appreciate you. So adding a director to your team, and I'm going to circle back to that in just a little bit. And then the fourth way, this has really helped me with Earning Hawaii too. They call it consistency in sales. Every quarter, if you can get $2,000 in sales 3 months in a row, January, February, March, everybody knows quarters, right? You will get an extra $1,000. Excuse me, extra 1,000 points. Okay, so that really helps. So that's 4,000 points right there, not to mention the 2,000 points that you're going to get from the sales. Did I say 4,000 points? Yeah, 4,000 over the whole year, not to mention the points that you'll get from the sales. Okay, so those are the 4 different ways that you can earn. If you don't want to go on the trip, I don't understand why, but if you don't want to, there will be a cash out option. And that's going to range between 900, 1,500, 1,750 for the 3 different levels. All right, you can just straight up say, I don't like Disney, I don't want to go, give me the cash. And that's an option. If you're only a party of 2, they have a trip option for you as well. Okay, all of these details are going to be in the resources. Here's what I'm so excited about, because I didn't know this, and as a normal non-rever, I always, because I work for the airlines, I always fly standby, and I only fly if there's a seat on the plane. So I'm going to Hawaii in April, and they give us the option to extend your stay by 5 days, either before and or after the trip. So on Pampered Chef's dime, for their airfare, we can fly in a day or 2 early, we can leave 2 or 3 days later, and it's the same airfare. Now, I still have to pay for my food, lodging, things like that, but I don't have to worry about airfare to Hawaii, so I'm super excited about that. So if you wanted more than just 3 days in Disney, you could extend your stay up to 5 days and just find some additional housing. If there's space available at Coronado Springs, yes, you could stay there. And that's all part of what you would talk about with the travel agent. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's do some math. So if, as a regular consultant, if you are going to do this based on sales alone, with 56,000 points, you're going to need to sell $4,666 every month of 2019 to make the trip, okay? I did not factor in the 1,000 points into that. But if you take that out, then well, that's math I can't do without a calculator, okay? So here, I did do some math. See, I came prepared, I made a little chart. I can't do math off the top of my head. All right, so we're all in agreement that recruits are the way to go with this, right? So let's be conservative and say you welcome somebody to your team every other month, okay? Not even 1 or 2 per month, but every other. Let's say you get 6 qualified recruits in 2019. That's going to equal 18,000 points, all right? You're going to get consistency of sales, $2,000 in sales every single month to get those extra 4,000 points. That's going to bring your total down for the consultant's level 1 trip to 34,000 points, which equals 2,800 in sales per month, okay? That's hitting 3 out of the 4 categories in terms of how to sell, right? You've got the sales, the recruiting, and the consistency. Let's take it one more further. If you welcome 6 people to your team, what does that mean that you're eligible for?
Director.
You're eligible to promote to director, which not only, yay, that's a celebration in itself, it also is going to bring down the total number of points you need. So you no longer need 56,000 points for the trip, you need 52,000. Okay, so 2019 could be a really big year for you. You could promote to director, you could earn a trip, you could get all of these free-for-all products. It's all kinds of of good news. All right. So the biggest thing I want to encourage all of you to do is to make a plan, dream big, and I want to party with each of you in 2020 in Florida, in Orlando. So any questions? I know I kind of flew through that pretty fast, but what are your questions about the trip? What are your questions about anything I talked about tonight? Because I really kind of blah, blah, blah all the way through it. You're quiet. Okay, one last thing before I let you go. Tomorrow, your directors are going to be working on getting together teams for the Booking Blizzard that we're going to be doing with our organization. I'm super excited because a ton of people have said that they're going to get involved with this. I'm trying to very subtly log into that and see how many have RSVP'd so far. And what we're going to do is we're going to make these little, I'm calling them micro teams. Right now we've got 90 consultants working on this. Holy crow. That's a lot of teams. Okay, so we're going to put you guys together, not just with people who might be in the Better Together group, but I want to introduce you to people in Pauline's team, Kelly's team, Katie's team, Cammie's team. These are names that you've never heard of. But I've had the pleasure of knowing these ladies for a couple of years now, and they have a wealth of information. So we're going to be adding booking ideas and having this kind of contest. We're going to have you elect a team captain, and you're going to come up in your little team of 8 or 9 or 10 consultants. You guys are going to elect a team captain and also come up with a team name. And then starting Wednesday, you're going to use our tips and try to reach out to as many people as you can to book as many parties as you can. Eligible parties will be included, anything booked in January and February, okay? If you book it in December, if you book it in March, yay for you, but it's not gonna count for the Booking Blizzard, okay? We're gonna try to get 2019 started off awesome. So, I lost my train of thought. You will report your bookings not only to your team captain in your little chat group that you guys are going to form, but you're also going to have the opportunity to throw a snowball at somebody else and tag somebody to say, hey, you're it next, somebody from your team. And so we're going to have a bunch of snowballs being thrown around, and then your team captains will just report once per day how many bookings your team came up with that particular day. And then the winning team at the end of it with the most bookings wins bragging rights. And if anybody on my team is a part of the winning team, I'll send you some happy mail from me. So I hope that made sense. I know I sounded like I was babbling a lot. Any questions about the booking thing? I hope I didn't forget. Are we good? Look at that, it's 7:56. I've got 4 minutes left. All right, hit me with any questions you might have.
Okay, I'll go.
Yay! Thank you for being brave.
Okay. So, being a newer consultant, what is the best way to try and get extra leads? Ashley and I did an event in November, which was a lot of fun. I got my first event under my belt, and it was great to do it with my sister, so that was so much fun. And then we actually have another event in 2 weeks on the 15th. But I'm just curious as to what have y'all found to help make you successful in actually getting people to book parties with you? Because I'm honestly just shocked at some of the responses that I get. I mean, one of the people that gave me her information at my November vendor event, I reached out to her about the drawing that we were doing, and she said, I already have a Pampered Chef consultant. Don't contact me again. It's like, you put your name in my bowl.
Well, yeah, she wanted to win something.
Right. So, I mean, I'm just curious, what has helped y'all expand and grow?
Well, as far as events have gone, I'll be honest, I've only done one and I hit the jackpot because I came away with this one person who every single December books a party with me, and they're always $1,000 party. So you never know when you might find somebody. Did you do drawing slips at that particular event?
Yes.
And
Yes,
you have all those slips, and have you contacted every single one of them?
I have, and 2 of them actually gave me fake phone numbers and fake email addresses. Like, I looked them up because I couldn't tell what the numbers were. I was like, Ash, what do you think this is? Like, is this a 7 or a 9? And we couldn't tell, so we just Googled it. And it was like some kind of lumber company outside of Illinois. It's like, what in the world is going on?
I think some people just want free stuff in that case.
Yeah.
So I would, and this is part of, and I'm so bad at coming up, this is why I'm a virtual consultant, because I can sit and think about your questions before I rattle something off. I left the worst voicemail ever on somebody's phone today because I was babbling about her return question. In the Booking Blitz, we are going to come up with some ideas for you, but I would like you guys to have a list of people that you can contact before the big Booking Blitz starts, so you're not waiting on us. And I always go back to that launch list. I've even done flyers in the library where I'll put something up on community bulletin boards, whether it's the library, the ice cream shop, the grocery store. On Facebook, we've got local swap kind of websites where, you know, kind of like a garage sale-y kind of thing. I don't know if there's some in your area. But I've advertised in there on days where they allow that kind of thing. And I've gotten a couple of posts from there, but that's really cold calling. And what you want to try to do is reach out to people who actually you have a personal relationship with, and then branch out from there. I will say starting with an empty calendar is harder and more frustrating than maintaining a full one. So right now you're in the hardest part. You're in the fill the calendar part. And if you can power through this, it does get easier, because after you get that booking, you're going to work your tail off to get at least 2 bookings from that one to replace it and then grow. Okay. And I know I'm not answering your question very much, but what I'd like you to try to do is go through every single contact that you can possibly think of: neighbors, church, high school friends, preschool friends, casual acquaintances. Maybe think about pampering a business. Ashley can tell you about that one. And see, come up with some kind of hook that says, hey, can you help me? Or can I help fill your kitchen with double host dollars in January? That's one of my favorite months to try to get bookings, because everybody wants double for free, right? But start with your contact list. I'm going to try to post some stuff, maybe even in our group tomorrow, to just try to help you guys start your list so that you're not starting Wednesday cold.
I have that list of 100 booking ideas from when I did Boost Your Business. I think it's in the files, but if you can't find it, I can post it again, because that has a ton of just random ideas on where to find people to book the party.
And some of them can be pretty out there, but it can help. And if you are feeling brave and can go for it, because what do you have to lose? They're not saying no to you, Michelle. They're saying no because I've got too many things going on in my life right now. I had a friend reach out to me today asking me to buy something, and I had to be honest with her. I said, I'm sorry, I just can't right now. Reach out to me, down the road. I always answer those messages, by the way. I know how bad it feels to be ghosted. So, take pity on your fellow direct salesers.
Since you brought it up, I'm in a couple of other groups that you might actually be in, but I saw somebody talking about it, I think it was yesterday or the day before, about posting in those like buy, sell, trade, swap groups. And man, I felt so bad for this girl because like she was just being attacked by everyone saying like that's a direct violation of our contract that we signed, that she can't, I don't know what it was that she posted, but whatever it is, it really ticked a whole lot of people off. I mean, is there something that we can't post? Like what is it?
Yeah, if you're in some of those groups, make sure you read their pinned post, because some people do have in there absolutely no direct sales, no solicitations. It's up to the individual group. Some places are okay with that. And I only post in those once every blue moon. I do not post in there every month. As a matter of fact, I think it's been over a year since I've posted in there, because I don't want to be the offended one.
Yeah.
So,
Michelle, I saw that post, and the problem was that she was posting it to a bunch of random areas, and you can only advertise within 20 or 50 miles of your location.
Oh, okay.
So I believe that was the problem there, is she was advertising in all locations, not just her local area. So I can't remember what the number is. It's 20 or 50 miles, but you can only advertise within a certain mile radius. So that way you're not taking over another consultant's area.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
yeah, if you play by the rules, it shouldn't be a problem. So, cool. Good questions. Well, and if you guys have any booking ideas of your own, obviously they're always welcome. But we will start the Booking Blizzard on Wednesday, and I'll see what I can do to help you out and put something in our group to hit the ground running and win. I'm not competitive at all. All right, Nikki, I hope your dinner's delicious.
It's getting there.
It's getting
I
there.
realized I was
Awesome.
still muted. I'm like, oh, no.
All right, you guys. Well, let's get on the road to making some magic and seeing you in Orlando in 2020, okay? Y'all have a good night.
You too.
See ya.